All right, good morning, everybody. Today we're looking at AVYA, Avia here. It's looking pretty good. We saw it go from about, I guess the low today is 83 cents with a high today of just about $1.04. So we've got a pretty decent range here. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but I do think this has a good potential to continue to move up. It looks like it's seen its move and it's consolidated pretty heavily here. So we probably see more on open. We've got Emran here. It's also looking all right, I guess. We started up a little higher today with a high 248 and a low here of 212. So again, we have a little bit of room to move back up if we need to. And this is looking a little more bearish to me, seeing as how we're seeing below that 200 EMA, but we might see a move up here. iLeg looking pretty good. We did see that move from 289 all the way to 384, so about a whole dollar there. It is looking okay. It did have its move early on. It has consolidated since, but we are sitting between that 200 EMA and the VWAP line, so we'll have to see if that can start to move up. APRN was looking pretty good here from a low of 650 and a high of 730. It did take a dip back down to that 650 area. I suspect this will probably move back up, but I'm not entirely sure yet. And DTSS was looking good early on here, going from about $1.37 to $1.79. It's lost a lot of volume and price action, so there's really not a lot left here, but you never really know. This could be something that picks up. And then we have Drug to watch too, which could do something today, but not entirely convinced on that either yet. We'll have to see when the market opens if it starts to actually move here. But other than that, yeah, we're going to watch the market open now and see what happens. I left out AERY because we're not going to play this. This looks like a buyout to me, but we'll see. Avia not moving at all. We've got Emran here starting off with a bullish move, which is good to see. So we could probably try an Emran trade if it comes back down a little bit. Probably looking to get in about 220, maybe to 240 with just a 215 stop, I think. Might get in a little lower here. Maybe we'll try for a 215 entry or something. And then we'll give it a 210 stop. That seems a little bit better. 210 is going to put it a little bit low, which is what we want to see. We want to see it not go anywhere near that stop. So basically, just make sure you've got the room to give it that, at least. Even like 216 is good, 217 is fine. iLeg is also looking pretty good, so I want to open up an iLeg trade as well. So 340, we're going to go I'd like to hit 380 out of it, and then just a 325. I'll give it a 330 stop. We're going to give it 10 cents. 330 is going to bring it down here. That's where we want to see that stop as well, so that's a good stop in place. I like these early trades because usually you can get a decent stop on things. If you need to give it about, 12, 13 cents, it's probably not too much of an issue, but it looks like we're coming down a little bit here for that entry at 340. Exactly hits 340. Let's see if it dips a little bit more here. Nope, going back up. Got as low as 339 there. APRN all the way down, all the way back up, all over the place, going from 660 all the way up to 690. I think that's a pretty good trade as well, so we are going to take 3 trades right off the bat here. APRN might start a downtrend here, but it hasn't really broken a new low yet, so we'll just give it a second here. I'm aiming for about 660 here. We're probably going to go for at least 740 and then a 6. Okay, we are slightly breaking to a new low here at 650. We're probably going to hold there, I would say. We're going to go for a 640 stop, so we're going to give it 20 cents. Although, honestly, if it breaks down from this line here, I don't think I want to hold it much longer. DTSS not doing anything. iLeg did break down to 337 there with a high of 346. With iLeg, you could probably think about taking profits around that 350 area, at least a little bit. Emran all the way up to 228 currently, so that's looking pretty good. Going to take some profits around that level where we have about 10 cents of it. Taking some profits. Emran 228. I think we could probably get more out of it, but I want to make sure we secure something. Avia, yeah, kind of opened weird. It still looks okay, I guess. It's holding on that 200 EMA, so we could probably try for a Avia trade as well. So we're going to be looking to get in right at that V or 200 EMA or lower, so 0.96. We're going to go for a 105 and then a 0.93 stop. So we're going to give it that 3 cents, which brings us down to just about there. That should be good enough for a stop. 0.98 currently. Yeah. All right, so we're at $1 here. Definitely a good place to take profits if you took or if you bought in around 0.96. Make sure you take some of that. Taking some profits at, yeah, 101 or let's say 102. Wow, 103. All right, we're definitely taking some profits here. We're almost at PT on this already. 104. Holy moly. Okay. At this point, I might as well have waited to, yeah, right there it is. 105. That's PT. 105. Taking some more. I didn't actually think we were going to hit 105 that quickly. I'm not obviously not going to complain about it, but man, that was fast. All right, so we did break down a little bit on this APRN. I would say this is looking fairly bearish. If you can walk away with this with a little bit of profit, I would probably be thinking that's the best option right now. I don't think we're going to get much at all for profits here. I think this is probably going to run its way into the stop loss, so I kind of want to take that exit whenever I can. Taking tiny profits, APRN, and exiting position. Just not looking very good, and I really don't like it. So I don't want to risk running this into a stop when we could walk away with at least a tiny bit of profit here. So we got to about 670 there, so that's about 10 cents profit if you locked in there. Avia still seeing at 105, hit 106 here, 107. I mean, 108, we could probably think about taking a little bit more, or maybe 109, get an extra 4 cents out of it. Hopefully we hit that 108 right there. Let's see if we can hit 109. Emeren taking a little bit of a dump down to that 213 level. Let's hope we can get some more of that. iLeg is on its way up to that 350 area. That's where we said we were going to take some profit. So taking some profit, iLeg 350-ish. We touched 350 a couple times there. Not a lot of profit there, but we're going to secure a little bit because the range is pretty small. Avia back down after hitting 108. This is looking like it's going to curl back down, maybe back down to VWAP. Could end up further, could be back at 97 cents here. iLeg with a nasty drop. This could be another buy opportunity at the 200 EMA here. We'll have to wait and see if it holds. Avia 104. We've got APR, and it is still holding. This is starting to look a little bit more like a curl up. It was looking like it was going to break down prior, but we haven't seen higher than that 670. DTSS not really doing anything. We'll look at AERI again. Yeah, we're really not seeing much for profits at all from this stock. $5 to $5.10, so we're just going to close down AERY. Drug heading down so far, nothing great there. DTSS we're going to swap out for ENSV, which is looking like it's doing pretty decently here. Pretty bullish candles. Going from $1.80 to $2.20 here, so that's a 40-cent move. That's pretty good. Emeren down here hitting stop on the remainder. This is looking like it's breaking to a downtrend here, so we definitely don't want to touch that quite yet. We're seeing if iLeg will hold or if it's going to fold, and it looks like it's heading back down here even further. So if you didn't take profits at 350, you're probably going to be stopping out on the whole thing here if you don't take a cut pretty quick. APRN continues that breakdown, so glad to see that. ENSV is looking half decent. I think it's up a little too high. I'd like to maybe get in on VWAP and see if it'll hold there. So ENSV. VWAP's about $2. We're going to aim for at least 220 out of it, and then a 195 stop. So we're going to give it a fairly tight stop. We'll see if that works in our favor. Could give it up to 6 cents. So if you get 201, you could still have a 195. If you get 202, 197 or 196 maximum, I would say. Besides that, we do have Indo as well. I didn't put that on the list because it wasn't looking. Oops, that's definitely, whoa. All right, that looks different. Definitely don't want that. We definitely want to check it out. It does look like it's going pretty good right now, going from 850 to 950. We also have Husa here. That's another old ticker. Husa and Indo tend to run together a lot. It is looking pretty good as well. So, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be something to play here. Let me just go through the messages. Husa, yeah. 106, correct. Yeah. Okay. So everything's looking proper here. We're hitting 198. Wow, we took a nasty dip here. So entry anywhere here. And I guess we'll take that chance. Got in about 198 there. So, I mean, you could move that stop down if you want. I mean, 193, 2 cents cheaper. I mean, you're better off at 190. Yeah, 193 might be okay. We'll put it down to 193 and see what happens. Oh, that's 192. Not looking super great. That MACD is curling now, so we might be catching the downtrend. Actually, no, 195. I'm okay with taking a stop at 195 if it comes back down. I'd rather take a tight stop and be wrong than take a bigger stop and be wrong. So we'll let that be for now and see what happens. Indo down to the VWAP line there on that last candle. So this one's also kind of taking a drop here. So we'll take a look at that in a moment and see if that's worth buying into. Husa, bullish candle here, bearish candle. So it might be coming back up from here. I think there's a decent possibility of that. Avia back down to that 200 EMA. This is looking like another opportunity to buy into Avia. This could obviously just continue down, but I do want to take that chance at Avia at 0.97. I'm going to go for that $5 mark again, and then a 0.94. I give it 0.94. And that brings us up to right there. So I think Avia is probably going to pay off for us. If you can get in a little lower, if you can get 0.96 again, that would be great. It's right there, so we'll take that. Avia 0.96. All right, so we're hoping this holds at 0.96. We could put our stop back down to 0.93. Drug making its way back up slowly here. ENSV looking good. We're up at 210 here from a $2 entry, or around $2, got 198. So we're going to be taking some profits here. Taking some profits. ENSV 210-ish. All the way back down to $2 right after that. iLeg on its way back up here, 345. Range is still pretty slim, even from 330 to 350 is looking kind of meh. We can definitely play it. I think it's doable. ENSV or Emran here is still dead. Avia is looking okay as it does bounce up a little bit here. Indo back up. Husa still at that $5 mark. I think Indo is going to probably run today, so I do want to open up an Indo position. Probably not 930, maybe 920 would be a little more realistic. Gonna go for at least $10 here, and then we're gonna go for an 890 stop. So we're gonna give it about 30 cents, and we'll see what happens here with Indo. Let's see here. Avia down to 0.95. So we saw a little bit of a move back up to 0.98. Looks like we're bouncing off that support area. We'll probably hit stop here, I would assume. I don't think this support line's going to hold too much value, but we'll see. Yeah, it's taking that dip. Almost there. There it is. Okay, so we're going to stop out on that Avia play. So that leaves Indo up at 960 here. Husa's starting to make its move up. I'm not sure if I want to trust Indo and Husa at the same time, but Husa's looking okay too, so maybe we will just jump in on Husa about $5. If we can get $5. Might be 505 or something. It's going to be 550 for a PT, and then we're going to go for a 490. I'll go 490 for a stop. I don't think we need a lot of room on this. I think that might be a tiny bit tight, but we'll see. Husa 501. Okay, so drug is on its way back up. Nice little curl up here. ENSV is still struggling, but you know, it's still holding that 210 to $2 range. So this is a decent range at 10 cents. APRN continuing its drop. We got iLeg here making its move back up to the 340 areas after hitting 335. I think iLeg might be worth trying again. So we're going to go for 335 to 350 with a 325 stop. Might even get a little lower here. I don't think I want to move that stop any lower, but we might get an entry around 330. And that is iLeg. Okay. ENSV back down to that $2 mark. We've got Emra not really doing a whole lot here. So we're looking at iLeg. We're still looking at ENSV, Indo, and Husa. Those are the main ones right now. Husa gave us that $5 entry. Gave us even a little bit lower if you were waiting a little bit more patiently. Got as low as 495. It is back up to about 510 here. I do think that I'd like to hit at least 520 before taking profits. Indo's up pretty high here. We're at 980 at the top here, so we could take some profits. Indo, about 975, something like that. Just to secure something on the way up. What was my Indo entry? Whoa, I mistyped one of these stickers here. Indo entry was 935. And iLeg, not iLeg. 936. Yeah, about the same. Yeah, no, mine was a fairly high entry. I ended up chasing it a little bit, but I mean, obviously it's working out, so can't really complain too much. ENSV making a new high here, hitting 214. 215, we could probably take a look at taking a little bit more profit. We think we're just about to touch it, so I'm going to make that call to take some more profit. Take some more profit on ENSV around 215. Okay. iLeg here is looking all right, I guess. We did make it up to 340. We're not really too far in profits yet. I would like to hit at least 345 before taking some profit. Avia stops us out, then moves back up. Ape. Is that a ticker? Let's take a look. Maybe it's a ticker. Any 3 or 4 letter word that people say I usually type in. Yes, it is a ticker. $7, so not bad. Pre-market's looking pretty good, holding a lot of price action. Going from 660 to 720. Looks like it's halted right now. It looks pretty good so far. I don't think this halt is necessarily going to hold a lot of momentum. We'll have to see when it opens. APRN. This could be bottoming out here at that 625 area, although it's really hard to say for certain. Husa is still kind of all over the place here. It does look like it's reached up to about 517. Not a terrible place to take some profit depending where you got in on Husa. As long as it's $5 or below, I think you're good to take around that level. Secure some profits on Husa around 520. Indo pushing to new heights here of 990, getting very close to that $10 PT. iLeg back down to just about entry. ENSV back down a little bit as well. Husa struggling. Ape here unhalted. It doesn't look like it's got a ton of momentum behind it. I think we're going to probably leave this as is for now, unless it comes back down to VWAP. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we do have some momentum. We could try a momentum play on this. It might work out. Let's go Ape. 720. We're going to go for 790 and then just a $7 stop. So we're going to give it a fairly tight stop. I don't think we need much more room than $7. Had to double check that I typed that in right. If you can get in a little lower than 720, that's perfectly fine too. I wouldn't really suggest moving the stop loss down. I don't really think giving it more room is going to be necessary unless you can get it below this VWAP line. If you can get below VWAP line and you're comfortable with that, then that might be worth it. But besides that, yeah, I don't know. We'll just wait and see what happens with that. Looks like it's going to run itself into stop anyway. Not enough momentum to keep it going. Let's see. APRN's on its way up. Husa still sitting around 505. Indo looks like it's struggling. Hit 990 there. ENSV struggling, and iLegs definitely struggling here as it breaks down from that 200 EMA. I'm not liking the way this is looking, so I'm just going to get out of it. At break even or better. Not looking good. Doesn't look like I'll be getting a break even or better. Looks like I'll just be getting a small loss, but that's okay. Indo heading down a little bit here. Husa with the nasty drop as well. Looks like we're seeing everything drop at the same time here. Ape hasn't stopped this out yet. It looks like it was going to, but it turned around a little bit here. Still a bearish candle, so I'm still expecting it. Husa down to 490, 493, 491. Let's see if we stop out on the runner here of Husa. Well, so far have not stopped out on it, but very, very close. Indo back up to that 7 or 980 area. 990 right there. If you were worried about taking profits the first time around, you could take some profit here at 990. I do think we're going to push to 10 though. It's not that far off. Nice recovery on Husa back up to that 505 area. So if you didn't take any profits and you were worried about hitting stop, this is looking like a half decent time to take a cut. Oh, was it? That's hilarious. Yeah, I kind of thought that might be the case with Ape, but we'll see. Could be a good thing to play then. This could run really hard just for the sentiment behind it. Indo makes a slight new high, I think. Very, very slight, like 1 or 2 cents. iLeg on its way back up. That would be my break-even point right here. All right, 1 cent profit so far. Might take that. I might just take that. I'm going to take that because that's right at 200 EMA. I think it's going to have troubles breaking through. This could just definitely turn around from here. This MACD is very overextended downward, so there's that, but I'm a little worried about taking stops. I don't want to ruin my win rate, or my win rate that I've got going on right now. ENSV stopping out on the runner. Ape drops down hard, right down to that VWAP line. This could end up being a good trade later, but for right now, we're just going to be stopping out on it. It has been holding on VWAP historically here, so doesn't look like it's, well, you know what, it did dip a little bit below last time too, so. It's an AMC preferred equity. That's hilarious. That's gold. I think it might have just halted down. What percentage should I typically leave as a runner? I would say typically about 30%. Usually if we're pretty like at least halfway up to PT, I'll take about 70%. If we're less than that, and like if we're just taking some quick profits, sometimes it's just 50%. It really depends on the conviction behind it too. If I find that like I'm not really too confident that the stock is going to continue to move up, sometimes I take more. If I think that I'm just, taking profits early to make sure that I leave with something, sometimes I take less just because I'm pretty sure it's going to continue going up and I don't want to miss out too much on profits. And if we're in like a momentum play and we jump up and hit a price target really quickly, sometimes I take out only 50% and just leave the rest because I might scale out like 2 or 3 more times. Who's this all over the place? And also nowhere all at the same time. No worries. Yeah, Husa hitting just about 510 there. Indo looks like it's doing okay here. Hasn't hit that $10 mark though, which is kind of frustrating because we're getting so close to it. ENSV died. Although this could be a good recovery play. This is right at the bottom band here, so I think I'm going to take a chance here on ENSV. ENSV, we're going to go for about a 188 entry. We're going to go for 205 for a PT there and a 185 stop loss. 188 to 185. Yeah, I mean, you could give it a little more room if you want. This looks like a really slim stop loss, but if you do get in higher, it makes more sense to use a 190 or 185 stop loss. So depending where you get in and where you think you're comfortable, I think the best stop loss would probably be about 182, but if you give it too much room, obviously, it's not going to be worth it. So it depends where you get in, depends how much risk you want on something like this. Technically, we're catching a knife, pretty safe knife, I would say. It's looking good so far. So iLeg would have never stopped me out. Looks like it hasn't gone back up, so taking at 334 was a good idea so far. Husa back up there. We did see a high there at 516, 517, so if you didn't take profits the last time around, you did have some opportunity there to take some profits. What else we got going on? Ape still halted. Indo back down a little bit. Probably should have secured a little bit more closer to 990 there, but you know what? It's fine. We didn't get too far off from that, only 10 cents shy, so I think that it probably will go back up, and I think our stop is in a really safe place right now, so I mean, we could always look for a re-entry for a full position around 940. Bond we could take a look at and get rid of drug because it's not doing anything. Yeah, Bond so far is looking half decent. I mean, price action and volume prior to this big jump is almost nothing. So with that being said, I don't think there's much going to happen after this, but you never really know. So it's good to keep an eye on it. Amarin bounces back pretty strong. Husa's up pretty high right now, back at 518 here. Breaking into a little bit of a new high here. So we might actually see a little more profit. Indo with a dip, probably down to VWAP. ENSV does touch that 195 area. So depending where you got in on ENSV, 195 might actually be a really good place to take a little bit of profit, reduce your risk. I'm going to be doing that, taking some profit, 195 ENSV. Or around 195. If you don't quite get 195, it's not the end of the world. But we'll see if we can get some more out of that. iLeg not doing much. We do have Indo back down at VWAP here. We're just crossing that MACD, so I'm actually not going to take another entry on this quite yet because I want to see that retrace or fall through before I make my decision on that. Husa touches that 522 level. I don't think that's anywhere near what we wanted out of Husa. I think we were aiming a lot higher. Yeah, we were aiming 550, so we got a long ways to go on Husa if we actually want to make some real money on it. Amarin, yeah, it's about the top band there. It's got lots of resistance, so there's definitely no point in touching that quite yet. Indo, yeah, breaking down from that MACD there and VWAP, so this is why we weren't touching it quite yet. We'll just let that go for a little while. ENSV still struggling to break higher. This could be a problem, but I still think it's very overextended, so I think it will slowly make its way back up. Unless we see this MACD consolidating higher without it actually reaching new highs in price. Avia still going down here, so no point touching that. We probably have a couple other things we could take a look at. What's Bond doing? Still halted. Bond still halted. Ape still halted. APRN, I think that this is probably a bottom, very slight uptrend. Didn't this do this exact same thing yesterday? Could have sworn I saw it do the exact same. Maybe it was a different stock, but there was a stock yesterday that broke down really fast and had a very slight uptrend, and I think it ended up being a winner. So this could be that. Was it ear? Or are you talking about ear right now? Take a look at it. Oh, Ape's unhalted. Looks like it's unhalting and moving back up, so that's definitely a good sign, actually. I'm willing to give Ape another shot here. 690, maybe 750, and then maybe a 670 stop, 20 cents. That makes sense. Although I wish we were closer to that 200 EMA, that would be safer. You don't necessarily even have to get in at 690. Getting lower is probably definitely doable. I don't know by how much, but it's doable. And you might even save yourself a couple cents here. 685, not bad. Take some, not some profits, can take an entry there. APRN still going down. Look at ear. Look at ear. All right. Ear is definitely running, yeah. That's going from about 220 to 285, so definitely a good range on it. Very specific pattern here. This might just be the pullback. This looks like a pretty safe pattern to play, so I do like the way this looks. I think I might actually jump in on this. Even though we're pretty far off from VWAP here. 270. We'll go for maybe 290 here and then a 265 stop loss. Even though we're like, you know, pretty far off from VWAP here, I think this is holding a pretty consistent pattern and it shouldn't come down any lower. But at 265, that brings us right down to VWAP. So, I mean, 260, 263 would be optimal, but I don't think we're going to get that. That'd be crazy for a stop loss. Plus, we're already in profit, so can't really complain about that. $276. I actually kind of want to take some profits around this level. 278. It's getting really close to almost that 10-cent mark already. I'm going to say to take some profits around 280 here. Just take some profits, secure a little bit. You never really know. I mean, we are jumping into something we haven't really been watching, so it's just nice to secure a little bit on the way up. Ape is looking good here. It did dip down as low as 676, so you definitely had a good chance on Ape to get a really good entry there. We are currently almost at $7, which is about 22 cents up for me if we hit 7. That's not a bad place to take profits either. APRN still not doing a whole lot. Ear has yet to break down any further, which is definitely a good sign. We're going to see here, though. Might break down further here. All right, we are seeing that breakdown now. Let's see if it holds or starts moving back up. Didn't act. Looks like a big breakdown, but it's really only a couple cents. Well, definitely a big breakdown from 278 from our entry here at like 270, 271, something like that. Not far. What do we got from Husa? We're slowly making gains. If we hit 530, I think that's another place I'd like to take a little bit off the table. What about Indo? Indo, we totally missed the bounce here, but that's okay. We're still holding on to the runner of that. ENSV stopped us out on the remainder here, it looks like, which is sad because now it looks like it wants to go again. Yeah, that is kind of upsetting. iLeg also finally broke through that 200 EMA on its way back up now, but again, the profit margin here is so slim, it's almost not worth it. Bond unhalted back to like no volume. Ape back down to that 680 after hitting just under $7. Hopefully you secured something. Doesn't look too bad though. I don't know if this is going to break down any further. I mean, there's the chance that it does come down to at least 668 here. It could always come down to 200 EMA. Here back up, 274. HYZN we could take a look at, yeah. Okay, HYZN is going pretty nuts right here from $1.93 all the way to 235. Lots and lots of volume. I think this is going to hit buyer's exhaustion. I think it's just too much volume here, too much buying going on. Going to run out of buyers pretty quick. No levels or breaks in that. But we'll see. Bond back up, starting to pick up a little bit more volume. So it's not looking too bad. Yeah, I think, you know what? I mean, Bond's going to be a risk too, but I think we've been doing okay with risks, so maybe we try it. $3 entry. I mean, that's a big candle. I would be safer going for like around 290. And then going for like a 315 PT and then just like a 285, maybe even less, maybe a 281 stop. So if you could get in around 290-ish, that would be good. Just give it about 9 cents a room. And that's bond. Okay. So that's APRN heading down. We have a lot of tickers here, so we're probably going to get rid of some. APRN's not going to be something we're going to play. I'm pretty certain of that. iLeg, probably not going to play it. Avia here, I mean, like, there's still a possibility, but not right now. What do we got? We've got half an hour left. We could focus our attention on things that are giving us a little bit more profit. If we didn't have a position open, I'd probably be closing this chart down too. It's just the profit margin on this one's pretty slim as well. I thought it closed down APR. Did I have two APRNs open? Bond goes down to about 295 there, so not a terrible entry, if that's what you were looking for. Definitely bullish candles on these, so that's definitely looking good. Ape has yet to break down further, might end up moving back up. Here we did make our way up to 283, so hopefully you were paying attention to that. If you didn't take profits the first time around, 283, definitely a good place to do so. Back down to VWAP currently. This has a good chance of stopping us out. I do think it's too close to that VWAP line right now, but give it a little bit of time, and if we see another upward push, that VWAP should move back up too. Lots of volatility in here. HYZN has yet to break a new high, so that's kind of worrisome. Bond gonna stop us out no matter where we got in there. Looking like it's gonna come back down to that 200 EMA. Did we even have a chance at some profits there? Yeah, like a tiny bit of profits. I didn't take anything on it though, so that's just a straight stop. HUSA still doing HUSA things, I guess. ENSV, yeah, not really doing a whole lot there. And Indo back up to that 980 point. Hopefully we see $10 here somewhat soon. Did we just get wicked out on bond? Is it seriously going to go back up here? Can't really tell yet. Bottom band is curling up nicely. Top band still staying a little bit flat, a little bit open actually. So we'll have to see. We are sitting in a weird spot on this. I don't really see much in terms of support, so I don't really want to buy in here. Ape all the way up to 718. That's just nuts. Only one win today, eh? Ear bounced off the 20 EMA. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Ear's looking good. And Indo. Yeah, up to 1030. Look at that candle. Look at that candle. 1045. All right, well, that's PT. We're taking some profits. And taking some more profits here. 1050-ish, I guess. I mean, like, we went from, like, almost not being able to hit that $10 mark to, like, just, casual extra 50 cents there, so. I mean, like, I'll take it. Even more, we're up to 1065. Nuts. That is nuts. Bond continues its drop. Ape all the way into this halt here. Hopefully we see more out of it. I never got a notification of a stop out, which is weird because that definitely was like 4 cents lower. Did you guys stop out? Jackal, did you stop out? Because you're usually 1 cent below me, so if you stopped out, I definitely should have stopped out. Ape, if you're in Ape. I mean, maybe you didn't take that play. Didn't take it? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing the stop out on it. I'm still holding shares, so maybe it just you learned to do that. Yeah, so did I, but I like to learn my lessons a couple times before I actually learn them. So here we go again. All right, Husa 540. We might actually hit 550. I'm taking profits at 540 on Husa. We got some things hitting a bullish run here. Taking some more profit. Husa 540. I brought up our average quite a bit because we took a little bit there at 416, 516, sorry, not 416. Yeah, that's looking good. Indo at 1070. We might hit $11 on this. 1088. Ah, Das, I'm so sorry, man. You missed the wrong side of the trades today. It was like the second you stopped out and you were done, you hit your max loss. Missed it? Well, yeah, honestly, there was no way of predicting this, though. This wasn't something I was predicting at all. I thought maybe we would hit $10 eventually because we were just so close to it, but like we're almost at 11 now, all out of nowhere, too. If you took profits around 1050, taking it around 1080 or 1090, definitely not a bad idea. So keep that in mind. Taking a little bit here, 1090-ish. We'll see if we can close this out at a win at $11 or something. We're at $11. Never mind. We're already past $11. So yeah, take some profits there, I guess. Okay, our average is $11. We got a little bit left. I'm gonna risk it. You had a TP there? I'm suspecting it hit, right? I would hope so. Yeah. That's good. 1060, definitely a good win. Ape looking good. I'm hoping it unhalts up because, I mean, it would be nice to get a bigger win out of this. I mean, technically it did stop us out, but for whatever reason it didn't. I don't know if maybe it's just this chart. Ears looking good still. I do think we're going to hit that 280 area again. I think this is going to start to move higher. Our stop loss is looking pretty safe on here, so I'm okay with that. It's a good thing we didn't buy into HYZ, and it does look like it's just heading straight down from here. Bond, yeah, we went, you know what, it halted. It was maybe doing something here, but all of a sudden start to lose its volume, so. All out of ENSB. Nice, nice. Yeah, we did hit up to 203 there. Hoos is doing well. I would agree with you on that. We're almost at that PT here. We're 2 cents shy of PT. Will it give it to us? Hopefully, you know what? Fingers crossed it doesn't Indo here and it just kind of goes right past it and keeps going. Indo's at 1150 here. I keep forgetting to check this because for whatever reason it just slips my mind. But yeah, we're up big on Indo. So take some profits here. I think we're gonna close out the remainder of Indo. I don't see why we would hold more. Went to 285. Yeah, look at that, eh? We just like we came so close a couple times to stopping out, but just went right back up. Apes unhalted, a little bit down here. We hit 720 here. What did we take profits on Ape? Not high, 695. So yeah, I'm gonna take some more here, 720-ish. I gotta make the announcement for that. Taking some more profits, Ape 720-ish. Goose is not looking too bad. It is coming down a little bit. I do suspect it might come back down near VWAP here. Looks like taking profits around 1140 was a good call on Indo, as it did go a little bit higher, hit 1150 there, but I think it's going to have to consolidate, and it's got a long ways to go. Ear hit as high as 285. I mean, could have been a decent place to take some extra profits. I honestly, in retrospect, I should have. I'm averaging 280 right now on it, which is not bad, but I do think that this has a possibility of running into stop at some point here. I mean, we'll just get wicked out at one point, so we'll see. Ape 730 currently. What were we aiming for on Ape? 750. Yeah, we got a ways to go for 750. I think it's doable though. Especially this is looking pretty bullish. This last candle not so much, but as soon as I figure out how to make that online course go live, I'm gonna give some access to some students to test it out. Whoever wants to go through all that beginner material again. Everything's got videos this time, which kind of makes it a little bit easier. Um, and then I think I'll do a discount on the program for new people. I haven't figured out a way to incorporate everything I want to incorporate in it, but I've got some new ideas to add some more stuff to it, so I'm kind of excited about that. I want to make them as big as I can. Ah, come on, Ape. 730, that's the best you got. I was really hoping to take Ape to $400 or something. Where's that WSB magic? What are we averaging? 715? That's not bad, I guess. Husa heading down a little bit here. And Indo back at $11. ENSV heading down a little bit. Ape at 7. Ear still kind of not doing a whole lot, but you know what? We're still holding, so. And we're not really worth playing, in my opinion, either. We're still seeing below that 200 EMA, which just crossed with VWAP too, so that's not looking too bullish either. We've got Bond here. I mean, Bond might be playable here. We do have a lot lower volume, but you could potentially make some gains on its way back up, but you have to be very careful. The spread is 8 cents on a $2 stock, so all your profits will be wiped out the second you market buy. Okay, here, let's see some magic. Ape still holding $7 here. Husa, yeah, Husa's definitely coming back down with Indo here. That's not the magic I was talking about on ear, but you know, we made a little bit of money on it, so I can't really complain. Kind of figured that was going to happen on ear eventually here. We got a couple other things popping up that we could take a look at. I don't think anything's really going to be worth playing, but we can take a look at a couple things here. Nope, that's not worth it. Net isn't looking too bad. From 205 to 230, so we've got a decent range here. If it hits 219 of VWAP and holds, that could be a good thing. Maybe we'll leave that one open for now. I'm going to close down Bond. I really don't think that's worth playing. Some other things, Avio maybe. No, I don't like the way that looks. Kaba. Well, it's not looking too bad, actually. Sitting up a little high from $1.66 to $1.80. Decent range. Yeah, some of these candles don't have any price action. No, definitely not anything there. What about BCLI? Nope. GBNH. GBNH. Nope. BSQR. Didn't we play BSQR before? I think we did. I don't think it was a winner. Yeah, the rest of these are too not green to even worry about. Yeah, looks like that's it. All right. What do we got going on? Ape, not doing anything. Ear, not doing anything. We've got Nept. Nept seems like the most lively thing right now. But definitely sitting up too high currently. We will have to wait and see. Yeah, that's got boring all of a sudden. It was so magical writing everything up, and then now everything's got to come back down. Bimmy, let's take a look at that. Maybe that's entertaining. Yeah, Bimmy with a nice run there. Slightly below the price point I like playing, but I mean, if there's a good chance for an entry, maybe we take it. Definitely worth watching. Nept here looks like it might come down to VWAP, but that would probably be our only opportunity to take another play here in the next 10 minutes so far, anyway, unless something else really pops up and has some good volume to it or anything. Yeah, even Nept isn't really doing a whole lot. Let's see Bimmy hit VWAP and potentially, maybe we take a play off it. Wow, just like that, it's just going to give it to me. Sometimes that's not always a good thing, but let's give it a shot. Bimmy at VWAP, so about, what's that, 72? No, just 70. Let's say 0.71. It's a 0.80. That's a pretty far goal, but I think we might be able to do it. And then 0.69. So we're going to give it about 2 cents. Very, very close, but we can't really afford to give it a huge stop, especially at this price point. We're getting to the price point where 2 cents is pretty much the max stop you want. MACD is coming down, so I'm gonna wait for that entry. I'm pretty sure I'll get that that 0.71. Indo might curl up here. Although I really don't trust it up this high. I mean, like, I know we've seen Indo run from like $5 to $40, but that was a different time in a different market. Husa also curling up at the same time. Oh, we just touched that 0.71 there. Saw it flash. All right, so we're hoping for a turnaround here. Nept also went all the way down to that 220 mark, but yeah, you know what? It's so the price. I don't know. This could be good. It could be bad. It's kind of hard to tell. Same with Bimmy, but we'll see. If we hit 74 on this, I think that's a decent place to take a good chunk of profits anyway. Oh, come on. So close to hitting 7 or 550 here. Just give it to us. It annoys me when we're like 1 or 2 cents off from PT and it just won't do it. Although it is a $half mark, so it is a psychological barrier, and I guess that's hitting us pretty hard right now. 8 down big. Okay. ENSV, maybe do something here. Indo down. Literally 2 cents. Like, I almost want to just throw a couple 100,000 at Husa just to make it go up that like 2 cents, but what do we have for candles here? Never mind, I don't have enough in this account to do that. Think I would need like pretty close to $1 million throwing in there to make it move up 2 cents. That would be nice. Yeah, to 570. Ambitious, but I like it. I will also take that profit if it happens. We did hit 0.74 here. So that's what we wanted to get some profit out on this thing. So let's go ahead and take some profit. Oh, 0.76. Holy crap. All right. That's bad. That's not bad. Oh my God. We're going to hit 0.77. No, okay, 0.76. Not bad though. Almost 0.77. But I'm definitely happy with that. That's 5 cents on this, which is a healthy profit margin. Although the fees, when you get down to this, it's just sickening. Like, I'm paying $1,600 each way in fees. $3,000 in fees on this thing. Gross. I mean, it's worth it, obviously, making money off it, but still, that's disgusting. Ape down big, bigger than last time, I guess I should say. Husa, we're still waiting on that magical pump. What do we got? We got 7 minutes left. Maybe we hit 0.80 here on Bimmy. That would be fantastic. That is a lot of fees. Yep. Well, with Bimmy, I'm buying like 300,000 shares, right? Which kind of makes it a little difficult, especially with the stock like this. You're not doing too bad. Ape is definitely heading straight down the toilet, and Husa is not looking any better right now. Bimmy's our only hope, and that is not looking great either. You know what, Neptune, it did hit that 220 area. It did move back up to that 230 area. So like it would have been a half decent play if we gave it the chance. Man, Ape is just dropping. You're back up to that 270 level, which is cool. Nept is doing okay. Bimmy's like all right, I guess. I'm gonna slowly start to exit position, I think. I don't think I'm gonna get what I need out of this in the next 5 minutes. Try to average out as high as I can here. Oh, so much work. All right, cool. Not bad, not bad. All right, so let's go over the money board. We'll do this, and I'll go over what I think about these stocks. So we'll see. 128K today. So not bad. It looks better than yesterday, but today was worse. But we are at 450,000, so we'll definitely be hitting at least 500,000 this month. So definitely not bad. Can't complain about that. Let's see here. Yeah, 76% for the day. We took three decent size losses, 2% each. Bond was the worst. But you know what? 76% still isn't bad. Probably one of the worst days this month that we've played, other than that, other than this day, which is only 37%. One day, man. One day. As far as we don't want the trade summary, we want the money board again. We are currently sitting at a 75% average win rate, and yeah, not bad, 96,000% or 90,000. I'm not really sure what the difference is between realized net P&L and percentage change. Got it. Okay, that might be that it's different. I'll have to ask KSauce what the actual difference is between those two, but ending balances, I guess, we're up 90,000%. Man, you're green again. It's gonna be a huge disappointment the day you turn red. I'm gonna be disappointed in you. I have to let you know. Because it's entertaining seeing you green every day. But so far you've been doing a really good job, so keep it up. Yeah, looks like Bimmy's doing pretty okay here. Did hit up 2.78. If you're still holding shares, I think it's looking pretty good. I think you could probably hit that 0.80 mark. I think Bimmy is probably going to be something that's bullish for a while here. Nept is obviously breaking into new highs here, so you know I didn't trust it when it hit VWAP or got close to VWAP. Definitely should have. Would have been a good win. Ear I think is still playable too. We still got lots of volume. It is coming back a little bit here. Ape, I don't really know what to say about Ape. It's kind of a disappointment, to be honest. I thought Wall Street Bets was better than that. Husa doesn't look very good right now. It is heading back down to 511 here. Probably going all the way down to that 200 EMA, so I probably wouldn't be touching this anytime soon unless you see that MACD start to curl. Yeah, no pressure. Indo continuing its drop, might stop at VWAP here and start heading back up. It's kind of hard to say because this did such a dramatic climb here that it's really hard to tell just how far this is actually going to go. And then ENSV, I think ENSV definitely has the potential as well. It's got some volume still. The average volume is still looking pretty good, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. But the price action's looking a little slim on some of these candles, so I wouldn't really be focusing too hard on ENSV. Obviously, if there's a good entry, take it. But beyond that, like that would be sitting here focusing too hard on it. Nept is going crazy, almost 250. We could have gotten in around 220 and gotten out 250. Nuts. Also, Bimmy, I mean, like I had such a big position size, I was gonna have to average out anyway. Getting out at the top of Wix was gonna be hard, just because it was such a big position. So for that reason, I got out early, but it is definitely going to hit that point 80 mark. Well, you know what? Maybe it won't because almost all day today we were like 1 or 2 cents shy of PT on like almost all of this stuff. So maybe it doesn't hit it. Maybe 0.79 is the highest it'll ever go. But you never know. Maybe once I close down the charts, it'll hit 0.80 there for you. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I've got no more trades to take. So hopefully y'all made some money, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.